Yeah. Mike, check 1 2 1 2. Man, it's your man, Sauce McKenzie. Welcome to the Concrete Genius Podcast. I'm honored to be back. It's been a minute, but y'all dig. Y'all know how it go, man. Y'all see me in Vegas. I had to get back, organize some things. You know what I'm saying? Get my new job, get settled in at the new school. For those that don't know, I'm back coaching. I'm back in the game. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. I ain't no more Trill Jackson this time, bro. I'm Sauce Tarkanian. Stop playing with me, baby. You know what's happening, man. Concrete Genius Media. But I do love y'all. I miss y'all. Thank you to all my audio guys. Thank you for your patience. I had to come back, move some things around in the crib, rearrange some things in the studio. I had clothes everywhere, stuff going on in my basement, stuff getting a room remodeled. So I appreciate the people who've been patient, the people who do get to see my daily content on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, X. I appreciate you for just engaging in my posts, my tweets, my visual, and just being interested in my life, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Like, I appreciate all that. That's never taken for granted because, like, it's people begging for content all the time, you know what I mean? And I got the opportunity, like, really be out here showcasing my content. It mean a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different. It's just different. So I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm thankful that I'm able to be a man who's constantly alert and constantly changing, evolving. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know how to evolve. I know how to evolve. I'm a great evolver. You know what I'm saying? So even when I hit a slump mentally, I know how to evolve. I know how to, shake back, man. I'm a shake backer. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I had time in the joint, brother. Like, I did all this, been in prison. I got out of prison with 25 hours. So, like, and I'm up M's. So, like, if that ain't shaking back, I don't know what is, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want to know, what's your shake back story? What did you overcome? Like, what did you overcome that was just like, that you thought was gonna break you down and you ended up making it? Like, what's your shake back story? I done shook back 6, 7 times, like from doing a bid, losing my mom in prison, being at my lowest. And I didn't lost like $60,000 worth of blow. Thought that was the end. Told my crib up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been there. I didn't punch motherfuckers, sat in jail cells, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't cry, made mistakes I had to cry about and couldn't tell nobody. So, like, what did you bounce back from? Like, what did you overcome in life that you felt like, excuse me, that you felt like you was able to bounce back from? I want to hear your redemption story, like, cause we all redeemed ourselves from something. I want to hear your story. Like, what did you redeem yourself from? You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I don't know why my stream ain't working. Yeah, what did you redeem yourself from? And let me know what it is in the comments. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. Welcome to my TikTokers. Welcome to anybody watching this, gonna watch this later. I appreciate you, man. Follow me on all socials at Concrete Genius Pod. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Let's get right to the proceedings this evening, right? I want to go New York Knicks, right? Congratulations to the New York Knicks. Don't be a hater, man. Be a congratulator. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks ended a 53-year playoff drought, right? Whether you like it or not, whether you a Knicks fan or not, right? It's something poetic and sweet about the largest city in the country and one of the most popular cities in the world ending a 53-year playoff drought in the most popular sport in the world. I know people kick that football, no football. Hey, cool. Over there, nigga, in Colombia, where you can get married for 32 cents, football might be the most popular sport. But over here in America, nigga, where the houses cost $500,000, it's basketball, brother. You know what I mean? And to see a city like New York that's been so rah-rah, survive shit, bombs and terrorist attacks, you know, all type of shit, man, 9/11 shootings, mass shootings. Like, I think for the people that hate on New York, they got to take into consideration sometimes some of the wildest shit, tense shit happened in New York City. Them folks have been through a lot. They sports teams, the changing in administration, the cost of living is a bit. So I'm happy for New York, man. I'm just happy to see that many people had that moment. I think each person, if you got joy inside of you, seeing other people become overwhelmed with joy should touch you in a way, even if you don't like them. And we'll get to that later. But I'm happy for Knicks fans. Like, you don't have to like somebody to get a warm feeling from seeing them happy, right? You don't even have to know a person, right? That's why you see people with their kids, their baby do something, and a straight lady across the street, she's smiling. That's warmth. That's what I feel for the Knicks, man. 50 plus years, generations of heartbreak, bro. Pat Ewing, the tricked off finger roll, Charles Oakley, John Starks, Allen Houston, just years. Sprewell, the Melo trade, you know what I mean? Frank Nikila, whatever his name is, like Ronnie Turioff, like it's just been rough in New York, bro. Langston Galloway, the Charles Smith moments, the Reggie Miller moments. That place had been haunted for years and still filled with fans and rats, right? And was still passionate about their team, passionate about the Knicks, right? Reggie Miller tortured you. Jordan tortured you, and you kept coming back. That's resilience, right? The drought is over. The Knicks are champions. Your New York Knicks are champions. But now that the confetti has settled, right? Let's talk about two things. Let's talk about Mike Brown's coaching journey, and let's talk about why New York is unlike any other city in America. This show is brought to you by Concrete Genius Media. We don't miss.org. Check out our available websites. We don't miss.org. That is our basketball handle. And we have concretegeniusmedia.com. That is our media division. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. Get it for your father. This is a great Father's Day gift. Father's Day is coming up. Call me. I got copies of my book. I got Father's Day discounts. Copies of my book. I'm banging them around the city. Hit me up today. Father's Day is approaching. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a reel with this. Matter of fact, let me go live right now. Father's Day is approaching, brothers. I need y'all to get a copy of this book. Ladies, get a copy of this book for the man in your life, The Game Changer, 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. We'll get back to that. But now back to the pod. All right, let's talk Mike Brown, brother. Mike Brown, the coach who fell forward. I'm a big fan of Mike Brown. Let's go Mike Brown coaching timeline, and I'm going to give you my Sauce McKenzie breakdown, right? Especially now that I'm back in the game. It's a lot more polished, baby. Mike Brown, great coach, man. I feel like when Mike Brown came in the game, he's smart, but he's a dork. You know what I mean? He was a dork. Like, when young niggas are dorks, they don't know how to be dorks, you know what I'm saying? Like, white girls kind of, I didn't think I'm back on court. Like, it wasn't cool to be a dork in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, it was a tough world for niggas who wasn't like, get your ass on the line, get on there. He's never been that kind of guy. I like intelligent people, whether they dorks or not. He was just cool. I ain't gonna call him a dork, but he wasn't what the typical masculine black man was like when he first started. But he was always intelligent. And that's what I tell brothers. When I work in schools with kids and I work around younger kids, listen, you don't have to be the toughest right now. You don't have to be the most feared. You don't even have have the most money or be the most handsome, be the strongest or the most physically stature. But if you're the smartest, you can win later. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. Yeah, so Mike Brown, coaching timeline. 97-2000, assistant coach, Washington Wizards. Learn the NBA, learn player management, learn the politics of professional basketball. Got to live in D.C. That's not bad, right? We go 2000-2003. Assistant coach, San Antonio Spurs, worked under Greg Popovich, learned championship culture, learned accountability, learned defensive basketball, learned how elite organizations operate. This is very telling, right? Some guys are great coaches, but they don't understand elite organizational skills, right? I got plenty of coaches in my program. I got plenty of coaches I know, right? It might be trainers that maybe train better than me, but they don't get the most out of the kids like me. Because I'm excellent in all facets. Skills, communication, leveraging, motivating people, personalities. You learn how organizations operate, how elite organizations operate, the way you practice, the way you teach, the way you hold players accountable. Being in San Antonio, watching Greg Popovich hold Manu Ginobili and Tim Duncan accountable will teach you how to be a great head coach later in life. More to come. You go from San Antonio with Greg Popovich to the Indiana Pacers from 2003 to 2005. So you get to work with Greg Popovich, and then you go directly to Rick Carlisle. We starting to understand why Mike Brown is so great. And I don't want to hear all this shit about these other coaches, because in these NBA playoffs, I done heard everybody get the credit. I done heard Jalen Brunson get the credit. I done heard Rick Brunson get the credit. I done heard Jalen Brunson white wife get the credit. I done heard OG Anunoby get the credit. I done heard Clyde Frazier get the credit. Pat Ewing, Mayor Mandani. I done heard Fat Joe get the credit. Cardi B. I done heard everybody get the credit except Mike Brown. The New York Knicks wouldn't be shit if y'all didn't hire Mike Brown. So the same way you look at John Gruden, the same way you look at Steve Kerr, is the same way you need to look at Mike Brown. I came to an organization that was close, but no fucking cigar. For 53 years. Mike Brown's already one of the best 20 coaches in NBA history. He broke the drought of the fucking Knicks, bro. Are you serious? You niggas not remember when Isaiah Thomas was over there and bitches was getting groped in mop closets? These are the New York Knicks. Jerome James with the trash bag. These niggas are the court gestures of the NBA, brother. This is Mike Brown. So the same way y'all glorify, because if this was a white coach, y'all would be like, oh, this is one of the most brilliant coaching jobs in the history of the NBA. Oh my gosh. But since it's a black coach, y'all niggas want to talk about who let the dogs out. I don't give a fuck about who let the dogs out. Let's make sure we highlight Mike Brown as one of the greatest coaches in America. But I'm going to continue with his resume. You get to go from Greg Popovich to Rick Carlisle. Help coach one of the best defensive teams in basketball, learn preparation and game planning. Now you really starting to understand who Mike Brown is, right? Ride with me. This is where it get interesting. 2005, 2010. Head coach, Cleveland Cavaliers. He coached the young Bron, got an NBA Finals appearance. His defensive identity became established. He learned pressure, he learned expectations, and he learned that winning isn't enough when you're coaching superstars. That LeBron experience was a lot for Mike Brown, right? I saw it soak the life out of him. And for him to even beat the Pistons to get to the finals with the Cavs is one of the greatest wins I've ever seen in my life. I've been on the Mike Brown train, but I'm just breaking it down for some of you late to the gamers, you understand? You got to really get with me now. From 2011, 2012. This is what I call one of the mistakes of his career, but I think he had to go through it. He coached the Lakers. As we know, the Los Angeles Lakers are a fucking clown show, right? Just a clown show of an organization, just a popsicle, mom and pop. My daddy used to sleep with Playboy bunnies. I don't like my brother. I don't like my sister. You own it. No, you own it. No, you own it. Just a fucking shit show of dysfunction and Adderall, right? For years. He goes over there. They got Dwight Howard, Steve Nash. He 90. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck y'all was going to do. Kobe was old as fuck. I don't know what y'all thought was going to happen. He went out there 2011, 2012. Impossible expectations. Compared to Phil Jackson on a daily basis, like that's something to be fucking proud about. Roster chemistry was horrible. A short leash, quick firing. He learned how to deal with some bullshit, and he learned timing matters. Timing matters. And the Lakers did him a favor. So let's go, because what the Lakers allowed him to do was go from 2011. We talk about Mike Brown here, so stay with me, basketball heads. What the Lakers allowed him to do was to go from 2012 off, because they paid him. He got his contract, so he chilling. He probably got a 3-year deal, at least 3 years. Chill, relax, and come back in 2016 and become an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors. This is where it gets real, really real. Golden State Warriors, you assistant coach, you get the championship experience. You coaching Kerr, Draymond, Clay, the guys, you winning, Iggy, the crew. You learn modern offense, a new version of what you brought from San Antonio. You learn player empowerment. You learn the new tech guru, multi-revenue stream having NBA player by dealing with a guy like Kevin Durant. All these things shape the greatness of Mike Brown. You learn championship maintenance. That's very important. Championship maintenance, right? Now we go head coach Sacramento Kings. To me, before the Knicks, this was the job that let me know he was about to win one. I feel like if Mike Brown would have went anywhere in the NBA after Sacramento, he was ready to win. Sacramento was the day he punched the bully in the mouth and was like, fuck y'all, I'm not a nerd no more. He ended the playoff drought in Sacramento. Them niggas horrible. They owners from India. Them niggas, it's Sacramento. Like, why does Sacramento even have a basketball team, first of all? Can we send them niggas to Las Vegas? I am so sick of niggas having to tune in and watch basketball in fucking Sacramento, California. And I got some motherfuckers I'm cool with from Sacramento. But Sacramento is like Cincinnati. It's cool. Them niggas is cool. But you don't just hang out in Cincinnati. You don't, matter of fact, you hang out in Cincinnati before you will Sacramento. Sacramento is Little Rock, Arkansas of the West Coast. It's cool. You niggas is cool. Y'all dangerous. I'm not taking nothing from y'all. But you niggas do not need an NBA team. Move the Sacramento Kings to Las Vegas. Mike Brown was head coach of the Sacramento Kings from 2022-2025. He ended the playoff drought. He changed the culture. He won Coach of the Year. And he was finally able to coach with confidence like, this my shit. We gonna do this shit my way. You niggas is ass. We gonna do it my way. And he turned the organization around. He started to win. Called out De'Aaron Fox for being an idiot. That's key. They got mad at him. They wanted him to apologize. He got fired, actually. And it's Sacramento. Sacramento is like the IEP. They the learning disability team of the NBA, nigga. They the Special Olympic franchise of the NBA. Like, you trade Halliburton, you trade Fox, you got nothing, right? You fire Mike Brown. And Mike Brown gets hired by the New York Knicks. What a culmination of God's timing. What a culmination of endurance and resilience for Mike Brown to even have the fucking stones, the cojones, to take this fucking New York job. In New York, Mike Brown was a different nigga. He knew he was ready. Give me my mixed child. I'm ready to stand on a podium. Fuck you, buddy. Mike Brown got to New York and said, look, that Tibbs slave driver shit is out the window. 77 minutes a game. No, nigga. What's your name? Get in the game, brother. What's your name? Get in the game, brother. Knife man, get in the game, brother. That's how Mike Brown changed the Knicks. That's the first thing he did. And the second thing Mike Brown did was tell Jalen Brunson to stop playing go-to-hell ball, right? Because before Mike Brown, Jalen Brunson was out that bitch like Allen Iverson shooting it every time he touched it. Like just shooting that bitch, nigga, 4 for 92. And you never gonna win if the littlest nigga on the court does not want to share the basketball, right? So what Mike Brown said, I'm gonna play more people. I'm gonna let Jalen have more energy in the fourth so when he do get hot, he can take us home. I'm gonna take the ball out of his hands. I'm gonna put it in cat hands. I'm gonna spray the ball around. We're gonna go side to side a little bit when we get Wemby, get his feet moving. And we're gonna play at a pace, right, where the ball moves, it don't stick. We don't just have Jalen Brunson doing 99 dribble combos because his daddy on the bench. No. We're going to use his talents for what his talent's for, and I'm going to coach it, and this is my team, brother. And it was just a phenomenal job. Every lesson, every firing, every failure, every championship experience, everything came together. NBA champion, Mike Brown. So my final Mike Brown take is this right here. Mike Brown didn't become a champion because everything went right. Mike Brown became a champion because so much went wrong. The Lakers, Sacramento, Cleveland, things went wrong. And in between those things going wrong, he had brilliant pit stops, brilliant mentors. Greg Popovich, Rick Carlisle, Steve Kerr. And now is his time. Now Mike Brown will forever be remembered as the coach who ended the New York Knicks' 53-year playoff drought. A Black American man who has endured unjust firings, unjust criticism, right? Has been a scapegoat for superstars, teams, players, is allowed to call himself a champion. If that isn't the definition of a heartwarming story, I have no idea what it is. It started in San Antonio. It survived Cleveland. It got humbled in Los Angeles. It evolved in Golden State. And it matured in Sacramento. And the final completion was in New York. And Mike Brown's story gets me emotional, people, because that resilience resonates with me because I'm a resilient individual. And I teach resilience. The only way you can have something in life is to be resilient. If you lay on the mat, they're going to walk right over you. So, Mike Brown, kudos to you, brother. It would be an honor one day to shake your hand and tell you how proud I am and I enjoy watching you basketball, coach basketball, talk basketball, be basketball. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. We will have more on the New York Knicks later this evening. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, baby. You rocking with the best. Tap in, big dog. Peace.